Intermittent fasting is a really interesting topic. I've been using it for myself to maximize rates of not only body fat loss, but also muscle growth while working with clients and traveling this week. And they're really surprised that I'm able to essentially eat one or two large meals a day and fast for, anywhere from 20 to 23 hours in length. And it's because I've trained my body to work very well with that particular arrangement. I have the workout position, so it's about an hour before the large meals, and I can take advantage of everything those meals have to offer. At the Atlantis Resort, we ate at Nobu last night, and I can't even tell you how many sushi rolls I ate and ribeye. I mean, it was some of the best food I've ever had, and I felt great. Not only from the perspective that I felt everything digested very well, but I was in position to make good use of those raw materials, not have any guilt about eating a lot of carbohydrate, including rice. But I stayed away from any kind of fried ingredients or mayo, of course, and I advise my clients to do the same. And I don't get fatigued when I have large meals, even when they have a high amount of carbohydrate from good sources, like rice in the case of, sushi, or potatoes is another really good source that I respond well to, because I use the alpha omega M3 with my meals, and that helps to drive raw materials into hungry muscles instead of spilling over into fat cells. It also helps to peak insulin levels to work correctly, which is very important for not only body fat loss, but also muscle growth. And there's a lot of things we do with the post-workout meal design, for example, that can simultaneously support muscle growth as well as body fat loss. And those are things that I do for personalized program clients, and also with intermittent fasting protocols. Now, intermittent fasting has taken on many different definitions depending on who you talk to, but essentially it means eating during certain periods of time and not eating during other periods of time. Well, there's hard rules associated with that depending on what you're reading, whether it be 20-24 or 16-8 or a 12-hour fast or even a 48-hour fast. And you've got to do things correctly. You got to transition correctly, otherwise it's going to be a miserable process. And Dr. Serrano and I have come up with the term what we call flexible fasting, meaning the fasted periods depend a lot on your individual situation and goals. I think jumping into a 48-hour fasting protocol is absolutely ludicrous. That's just going to end up with misery and low energy and binging. So it has to be a gradual approach. But with myself, I've gradually taken, fasted periods from 16 hours up to 18 to 20, and, I guess all the way up to 23 and a half when on certain days that I'm only eating one meal. But it's surprisingly, my energy levels have been very good. I feel like my digestive system is under less stress. Body fat levels drop with clients, and lean muscle and tissue increases for men, and that's really surprising to a lot of them, given that, I'm not eating, for long periods. How is it possible that I'm increasing muscle? Well, a lot of it's a function of the proper training, and then also positioning the large meals following weight training when your body's in the best position to receive those nutrients. We also advise using the 100% MR and the muscle synthesis powder between meals and, of course, around training, because they enhance fat burning during the fasted state. They crush hunger, kill cravings, protect hard-earned muscle, again, provide raw materials the muscles need to grow and repair very efficiently, and overall you feel good. Even though there's no stimulants, your energy levels are a lot better than usual. And why is that? Well, one of the things people don't really notice very often, since they're eating the same things over and over again, is that they develop food allergies, irritations, and intolerances. Well, when that happens, you're not responding well to those food sources. They're going to be a huge drag on your digestion, to your energy levels, and many other things. And it's not necessarily because they're inherently bad food choices. It's because you've eaten them so often that your body's sick of it. So while traveling with clients here at the Atlantis Resort, and I haven't been here for a lot of years, there are a lot of excellent food choices, and I can get a lot of great seafood that may not be available to me at home. I had some black cod last night, for example, at Nobu, which was just fantastic, and I, responded to it very well because it's not something I've eaten for, years. So it was a fresh stimuli, so to speak. And I get away from a lot of the food sources that I commonly eat at home, for variety. So email me with your questions to talk about flexible fasting, It's a better solution than intermittent fasting, in my opinion, especially if you're wanting to lower body fat and gain muscle at the same time if you're a man. And of course, women want to maintain their lean muscle and obviously focus more of their attention on body fat loss. I understand women don't want to necessarily increase lean muscle substantially, and because of genetic differences, they're not going to when I design the programs. Thanks very much. Scott at infinityfitness.com.